Hello fellow collectors, Todd's back. Right, here we have the Legacy Gentleman of Crime, a.k.a. the Penguin. Now, this is obviously an unlicensed figure, hence the reason why they call it Gentleman of Crime. But I've got a feeling some of the third parties are notching it up a gear. Because, probably a lot of you know how impressed I am with Mars Toys. Well, Legacy seems to have got something right here. They give you a really nice box, but let's have a look and see how it's actually packed. So, here we go. As you see, an inlay card showing you exactly the figure. And it all comes well packed, just like you get with some of the exclusives. Okay, I've actually got a lot of the I've got all the stuff out, but this is just showing you how this is really a nice box. And yeah, it's quite thick, and I was quite impressed, especially for a third party. Right, let's have a look at some of the accessories, shall we? Right, he comes with quite a few accessories. He actually comes with two hands that you would normally actually see him without the gloves, but he actually comes with the glove hands, as you see, and the different assortments itself. But I'll actually show you the ones without the gloves that are actually on him in a moment. But you get quite assorted of those. You get his fish, the one he's virtually eaten into. Really nice little touch there. And then the hat, it's a little bit desired, but it has got felt on there. It's obviously sort of like, it's not straight or anything, but there again, it does belong to Penguin. But it's got a ribbon on there. Not that I'd be using it. If I do use it, it'd be holding it more, because I just feel it's just doesn't look quite right sitting on his head, but I'll show you that. Then, of course, you get the penguins. The penguins are really well done. You get a large one and a small one, obviously. One's got his flipper up and he leans forward a bit, so it looks like he's about to fire the rocket. But I think this really is a nice touch. I think Legacy really done well there. So it's not just any normal penguin; it's the ones with the rockets on the thing. So yeah, but good little detail on there in every aspect, and it looks really good with the figure. Okay, the one thing here you get. A lot of people, when I see reviews, they call this a cigar. For God's sake, what it is, it's a cigarette holder with a cigarette inside. You can't really see it because it just won't focus. But that's what it actually is. So, but it will fit in his mouth. But that's a nice little touch, but it's not a cigar. Whenever you've seen a cigar look like that, it's a cigarette holder with a cigarette. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like inside. Then I think this is absolutely fantastic. It's got a bit of discolouring on it, which is fine because he lives down in the sewer, and it is metal. So it is quite weighty, and that's his umbrella. And you can actually take it apart. So, I must admit, I thought they could use a better clip than that. I mean, it's just threaded through. But you open it up, and just like an umbrella, it opens up. And then you do your spin. I just think this is really cool. Absolutely neat accessory here. totally worth it. That is absolutely beautiful, but it is a little bit on the heavy side, which a lot of people say. But it's very well done, as you see all the discolouring in it with a bit of yellow, but that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, let's put that to one side, and of course you get his stand, but with a little mini one. So obviously for Penguin himself, so you get your own very own stand. But I must admit, he stands up very well, so I probably won't be using it, but I do like the touch of the very small little stand. Okay, without further ado, let's have a look at the figure, shall we? And here he is, Penguin himself. I must admit, when I ordered him, because I saw him at a good price. William Wang sold me this. Obviously came straight from China, and he had the price at 159 all in. That's including the shipping as well. So I thought, oh, I just want a Penguin. Let's have it. But then I started seeing reviews, and I thought, oh my God, he's a lot better than I thought he was. And in hand, he is brilliant. I mean, just look at that. They've got that really well. Now, obviously, he's got his bit of black there, but I was thinking of putting some red paint on there for when, you know, when he actually bit the guy's nose. But yeah, and you see the body all ripped in certain places, disgusting. But and then his hair, I'll take the coat off. But he just looks really cool. I will take the coat off in a minute. Okay, so as you see, that's what he looks like, and I will take his coat off in a minute. The reason why is just that if I've got any gripes, they are minor, but it is worth mentioning. If you get this figure, I think you'd be very pleased. For the money, it's astonishing. It's really cool. But if you have a look, and that's the hair, so it looks like you've got one of those little kids' toys, the way they put the hair in. Now I was thinking of having someone where you can actually cover that hairline a bit better, because it just looks like you can see where they punched it in. But other than that, it's really cool. I actually quite like it. Maybe it should be a bit darker around here, but I've got the lights on, so it's actually makes it too light. But there, look at that. That just looks awesome. And I really do think it looks cool. Right, the only other thing that I've got a little bit of gripe on is the coat. That should have been coming right down to the floor, and it isn't. It's only 3/4 of the way down. So other than that, the coat is really quite good. It's all got lining inside, and I really like the coat, but it's just it should be down to his boots. Really should be. Right, let's have a little look of him without the coat and a little pose. Just as we do, this is one of his hands, and now if you have a look, it's even got the dirty fingernails. But yeah, I think they've done a really quite a good job on it. So yeah, that's just one of his hands. As you see, his hair comes all the way down. You do get actual cuffs as well, so you put those cuffs on when you put his coat on. So yeah, but he looks absolutely really cool. They've got all the dirt and the little holes all in the right place. Now The one thing is his arms won't bend. These are literally as far as his arms go in, because obviously the fat suit underneath. I quite like it. I really do. For the price, I cannot argue with the price for that money at all. Now, Legacy are doing Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. I looked at it from the promo pictures, and there was something not quite right about the face, and I thought the body looked a bit on the skinny side. I mean, you know, we all know she's got a fit body, but not too skinny. But sometimes it's the material they use on the clothing that can actually perceive it that way. But the good news is Jazz Inc. dioramas are going into the figures, and their first one will be the Catwoman. And they're going to do the clean version and the battle damage version. Just go and check out Jazz Inc. dioramas and see some of the pictures. They're just going to look awesome. They'll be coming up for pre-order soon. But you are talking double the price. But if you get the deluxe, you will get a diorama set with it, a diorama stand. Now, he will do a special deal because you're going to be looking at around about £300 a figure. They will be doing a special deal if you want both, which is what I'm going to go for. The next one on the list will probably be the Penguin, this one here. Does that put me off knowing that I've just got this? No, not a chance, because his one won't come out for over a year yet, and plus I can have two different looks, one with a coat and one looking like this. And I'm sure there's a few little displays I can do with him. But yeah, so the Jazz Inc. dioramas, they will be doing that, and Poison Ivy and the rest of them. Okay, so but for the money that this cost, I would say because there's obviously the second batch that's come out, I'd say go for it. It looks awesome if you're into the Batman 89 Batman or the Batman Returns. It's just absolutely brilliant, and I think they've done a really quite a good job, especially for the smaller price it is. Right, let's have a look at size comparison, shall we? And here we go. Michael Keaton's Batman, and that's the size that you got, which is absolutely perfect. Absolutely brilliant. I really do like this. But yeah, it's well worth getting. With just little small little gripes, what with the hair. But I'm sure I can fix that. And then the coat is just not quite long enough. But yeah, I think it's absolutely brilliant. But you know, what I'll do is I'll put the coat back on, put his flippers on, show you what he looks like with his cigarette holder, and put the penguins up against him and have him holding the umbrella. And I'll show you a little trick to how you can actually do that without the arm keep falling off. Right, bear with me. And here he is, all set up. Right, I did say the umbrella was a little bit heavy, so what you do is with the actual flipper hands itself, you can actually open them up to feed it through. But if you feel like you won't hold it right up in the air because it is a bit heavy. So what I do is just rest it on one of his shoulders, and but it still gives it that really good effect. So as you can see, it's just still doing really well. But I think they've done a fantastic job. For the money, I really can't complain about this. I'm really impressed. Let's see if we can put a bit of light on there. Okay, and there he is, his cigarette holder. You can either have it either side, it doesn't matter. But yeah, if you're on the fence about getting it, I'd just say get it. Just get it. Even if you're sort of like thinking of getting the one from Jazz Inc. I mean, at $159 you can't complain. It's easy enough. And then you can have two. But Obviously that one's going to be a lot more detailed, but then it's going to be a lot more expensive. But this one for the money is absolutely brilliant, and so I think they've done really well. But I just won't be going for their Catwoman. I'm definitely going for the 2 with Jazz Inc. So we'll see how that one goes. But that pre-order will be coming up in a few weeks anyway. So yeah, I think they've done a really good job on it. I really do. It's just a shame. I mean, Hot Toys won't do things like this because they look at when they put things up and what interest to go, and they never really got much interest, even though people were screaming out for Catwoman and Penguin and everything else. So that's why Jazz Inc. are going to be doing all the ones that Hot Toys don't want to do, and so are the third parties by the looks of it. Anyway, so that's the Gentleman of Crime. I will be doing a short video of my DX23 Luke Skywalker's custom lightsaber. That'll be just a short video seeing how it looks and what plans I've got for it. I've got it all set up at the moment, but I want to do proper measurements for it and have a display case made for it. But I'll show you what it looks like now with a custom lightsaber. Okay then. Right. This is the Gentleman of Crime, old Penguin. And it's time for him to go into a display. So I'll see you lot very soon. Okay then. Thanks very much.